mid-month, September 2019. Okay, so I was off on Monday, Labor Day holiday. Which would have been my long week. The power bill got missed. Needed to have been paid by the 11th. At the latest, cutoff date was the 12th. So when I came home from work on the 12th, the power was off. Yeah. Okay, so what does that cost? I immediately put the power bill on auto pay. So now the power bill is set to come out on the 10th of every month, a day before it's actually due. That way, as long as I remember to double check, I can double check to make sure it did actually get paid before it's too late to pay it. So what that cost was, since I didn't get home until 7:30 p.m., it was after their normal business hours. So instead of $60 to reconnect, it cost $90 to reconnect, plus the $6 late charge from the month before being behind, plus on October's bill is a $35, no, that would be on September's. Plus on September's bill, they added a $35 charge. It won't show up until October's statement though, for being disconnected. So $6 plus $35 plus $90, all total $131. So it cost $131 to get disconnected. Sad truth was, I literally had over $400 in the account. I still have money from this week in the account. And it was a $64 power bill, $64 and change. I'm sorry, it was a $65, $65.49. So it's a $65.49 power bill. Overdue disconnect on 9/12. So it has to be paid by 5 o'clock on the 11th, which I failed to do. So stupid. $6 penalty for non-pay of overdue, plus $35 fee, plus $90 reconnect. All on a $65 power bill. So now the power bill is on auto pay, which also means I did not pay the $177 for the 9-month payoff on the new card that I transferred the balance from. I paid the minimum $27 due. There's still no interest for 9 months, so I'm going to have to make that up. And I did say something on one video, I don't remember which one that was, but I said something where I may need to work over this week. They did actually call me in. So I got called in. I went in about 11:20, I think it was. And I was there till 12:45 or something like that. So roughly 13 hours, 20 minutes or so. Okay, so tomorrow should be 12 hours. Saturday should be 12 hours and Sunday should be 12 hours. So this check should be for 5 days of 12 hours and a little extra. 4 days of 12 hours, 1 day of 13 hours, 20 minutes. So whatever this check is, this check should be really nice. And this check here will only be, I got sent home early on the 8th. There wasn't anything to do. We actually ran different machines. Me and the guy I worked with, he ran one machine and I ran another. He wanted to leave at 1 o'clock, so we just left after the 6 hours. I didn't get a half a point or anything for leaving early. I got sent home basically. So it didn't count against me. So this check should be, I can look up what that check was, because I already got that check. Okay, so that check's kind of pitiful. You can kind of go a little bit. It's not a perfect solution, but you have 24 hours plus 6, so you got 30 hours. Gives you roughly how much the check is going to be, but that really ain't that. Oh, I see what they've done. They've got 12, 24, 36 plus 6 will be what, 42? So this check actually included this 6 hours here. So this check is only the 24 hours, which should be around $240, a little less, depending on how the fees and taxes and stuff come out. But this is horrible. Cost me quite a bit of my disposable income, and I had already bought somewhere around here, and already had an order in anyway. JM Bullion did have some silver rounds that I want, so I bought a tube of 20, which basically means I spent every dime I had coming in already. And now this had to last, which it didn't, by the way. I had to deposit the cash I got for my birthday and the cash that I just had on hand. I had to deposit all but $10 of my cash, which was $80. I only had $90 total. I keep $10 in my bag for work in case I forget lunch or have to work over and I didn't take enough lunch or something. I need to buy something out of the cafeteria. So, well, they call it the break room, but the point is, I did keep that. But these two and Progressive, the car insurance, all has to come out of these checks. And despite the fact that an additional $131 had to come out too. See, I have plenty of money left over. Embarrassingly enough, I'm explaining this so you see not to allocate every dollar every week in case something happens. Because if all of this was spent ahead of time, for one thing, I didn't get my full pay. For another thing, I had a big amount come out. So that was 6 hours of overtime. 6 times 1875. $112.50 minus, I won't say 27%. That should be more than what it would actually come out of it. So it's $82.13 that I did not receive, plus $131 6. So basically this month, up to this point here, I'm already down $218.13. So 13 hours times 18.75 equals, that's $243 minus 27%, $178 roughly. So this makes up a lot of the loss, although they're going to overtax that check because of the extra overtime hours. But this way you don't really, oh, and I had to go back and spend some on City Card because this leaves me nothing for groceries or gas or anything. So even though City Card was paid off at the end of August, it's back on a little bit. And I have to go to Walmart a little bit today in a little while and get some bare minimum of groceries to last me till this paycheck. I think it's a bit of a stretch. They don't take this house payment out for a day or so. I could wait. I will wait until, $450 to enter the house payment, and it may not come out until the 3rd. But there you're taking a chance. You should not do that because everything is electronic now and it can just pop out right away. Usually it doesn't on mine anyway, on this company, but I don't want to count on that. So I'm going to try to, the only thing that comes out of this check is Spark Card and the house payment. And that should be enough for both. So I'm going to try to make it to the end of the month without having to rely on this check. And then I've got to enter these. I got to put these down here in a little while. See, Mariner will be the 6th. So that'll have to come out of this check. The new loan Southern will be the 8th. It'll have to come out of this check. And the power bill will start the new check. And I won't know what that is because this is October. I don't get that bill until around in here somewhere. And that bill will be for September. So it's August bill. It's August that got disconnected. September's bill was, and that bill was $65.49. September's bill was $67.90. Oh, and another thing. Not really to punish the electric company, but I have turned off, as you can see it's 79 degrees in here. I have turned off the air conditioner, turned off everything, unplugged everything. I unplugged my water bed. Everything is off. I'm going to get back that $136 in electricity by simply not using electricity for a while. The bare minimum that I have to have. Until I feel like I've made that up. So we'll see what October's bill is. And that's pretty much it. A miserable fail for the mid of the month. Now on the one video, I don't think I posted that video yet. I need to get the videos caught up, really, but I have one video where I talked to somebody at one of the credit cards, and they said that paying it early as possible saves you some in interest. So technically I need to be a month ahead. We all should be a month ahead. Pay the credit cards, everything on the 1st from money that you earned on the month before. And then you spend this month, everything's paid, you spend this month putting back the money for the following month, for the next month. And that gives you an idea. You know you need, I'll make up a number, $1,100 to pay $800. Whatever it is. You need $800, $1,100, whatever, to pay all of your bills coming up on the following month. Now there'll be some fluctuations like the power bill and stuff, but you can have an idea of how much free cash you have to spend, how much disposable income that you can spend on groceries, or if you want to buy silver, or if you want to buy whatever it is that you do buy with your money. I don't judge whatever you buy, you buy. So knowing how much money you have, how much free cash is available, after you put some in savings. My refrigerator is 20 years old. My washer and dryer are 20 years old. Although I am going to do a video soon fixing the dryer. One, it's got a dual element thing. It's got the little coily thing. It's got two of them. One of them, I think, has broken, so the automatic cycle doesn't work. You only have to do it on time dry, and it takes like, twice going through the time because it doesn't get as hot. It doesn't work as great. So I need to I think they call it a restring, I think is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to do a video doing that. It's about $8 to $13 or so, depending on which kit that you buy. Problem is, you got to take the dryer practically completely apart to get to that part. So I've been reluctant. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is, if you know that your appliances are getting close to their expiration date, which mine are actually past their expiration dates, you need to start saving enough to get a decent, and looking for sales. Memorial Day, Independence Day, 4th of July, Black Friday, whatever holidays, whatever sale dates that they have appliances on sale. And you can look for scratch and dent stuff as well, which my refrigerator was in fact a scratch and dent. But the dent was on the very back where you don't even see it for the most part. So I need to start saving that. So whatever you put in savings, some people call it, what do they call that? I'll write it down here somewhere. I can't think of what they call that. So I don't know what they call it. Seeking fund? No. Seeking fund? Seeking fund? Anyway, whatever it's called, I'll put it down here if I think about it. So that wraps up the mid-month of September. So far, September has been a disaster. Let me know what you think in the comments. What would you have done? I'm sure you wouldn't have let the power get turned off. Oh, that's horrible. Leave your questions and comments. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or both. And I will see you in the next video.